The 19th race of the season in Texas, in the new circuit near Austin, was a bit high and lows. What is your feeling 2 days after the race?
Well, I think that considering the situation that we had on Saturday after qualifying, we have to consider the result of Sunday as a positive result. At the end of the day, we were able to keep the fight on the Drivers' Championship up to the last race in Brazil. And this was not easy to think that was possible on Saturday evening. So therefore, even if we were not really performant during the entire weekend, I think that at the end of the day we achieved what we wanted to achieve. And so let's stay focused in these days to prepare in the best way that we can the last race that will be very intense. And we have nothing to lose because, as we know, we have experienced this situation 2 years ago with Vettel and Fernando, but in the opposite position. So let's work hard and see what will be the outcome of the race, because that can be really unpredictable. And we need to be sharp, perfect, in order to have a little chance to be there in case something will happen.
You've been many times in your career in Formula One in this situation, fighting for the championship at the very last race. What counts more, the technical element or something different?
Well, for sure the technical element is the basis of the performance, but at the end of the day it's a lot in the head and in the heart of the people, on the drivers, because we know how sometimes the pressure can be a negative thing, and therefore in this condition, this situation, you have to manage it in order to make sure that the adrenaline is something positive. And it is fundamental that in these days we prepare everything with a very cool approach, knowing that at the end of the day we have nothing to lose but trying to do the best. And then if we do the best and Sebastian will win, then we will congratulate with him. But we want to wait the Checkered Flag for that.
For the second time out of three, Fernando, since he's in Ferrari, will arrive to the end of the season fighting for the championship. How do you expect him dealing with the pressure in Interlagos?
Well, I'm sure that he understands the situation. He knows that he has not at this stage the quickest car, but he can rely on a team that is always behind him, and this is something that is fundamental. And I'm sure that he will think about that day starting from tonight in order to make sure that in his mind everything is rationally positioned well. And this is what we need to help to make sure that he will be in the right condition, because as we said, he has nothing to lose. We have nothing to lose but trying, and this will be our objective.
In Austin, Felipe was very competitive, quicker than his teammate. How much important will be his role in the last race in his home circuit?
I think that Felipe is going back to his normal shape. He's a couple of races that he's performing very, very well. And I'm pleased to see that during this weekend he was very fast. And I would like also to take the opportunity to thank him, because he shared, the decision that we took on Sunday, and that means that Felipe has very clear in his mind what is the most important thing when you're working for Ferrari, the team interest. And as I said, thanks for that, Felipe. And it is great to think that he's in good shape in his home track, because he can make the difference. He can help Fernando to stay connected to the World Championship up to the end.
Will there be any update on the car in Interlagos?
I don't think so. There will be nothing major. I think that the most important thing is to prepare and to have a very smooth weekend, because that will be the key of the success.
Since 1997, Ferrari, with the exception of 3 years, either won the championship or fought until the very end. How significant is in the history of Formula One?
Well, it means a lot. It means that we are a team that is always there up to the end to fight. And we know that sometimes we had great finals, some other times on the other way around. But that's the extraordinary thing of Ferrari, of their people, of everyone. And really hope that the next weekend will be a weekend that we will all remember of.